I really feel like if you really sit down and understand that all you have to offer is a pretty face and yeah, the kitty, I mean, that's unfortunate. That's empty.
With a man or bear?
Immediate bear.
I feel bad for you guys. Let me know in the comments if that's what you experience as a man, because that's all I've been listening to.
Say to me, like, you just need to meet somebody organically. How does that happen? Am I unapproachable? Like, I don't think I'm ugly.
Welcome back to More to Life. Before we get into this video, like, comment, subscribe. Also, smash that notification bell just to be sure you get on my videos as soon as I release them. Let's get right into this.
I don't care what anyone says. I don't want my man liking other women's pictures. I just don't. And I don't think that makes me insecure or childish or anything of the sort. I just feel like that's a boundary that I've set, and it's something that should be respected. Like, I hate when men come on here and like, oh, she's so insecure for that. Oh, like, that's so childish. Grow up. No, I won't, because it's not just social media. Because men like to get on here all the time and play stupid and act like it's just social media. Why does it matter? Because it does. Because it's not just social media. Like, you have a direct line of communication with this person. You're liking all their pictures. You're probably liking their stories, and I just don't know. Like, everybody knows what goes on Instagram. Everyone knows people slide in your DMs, slide in your story, like, slide in this. Why would I want other people to see who you're potentially sliding on? Like, you can look all you want. I can't control your eyes, but like, why do you have to make it public so everybody else can see what you're literally liking with your eyes? Like, just look at it. You don't have to double tap. It's so simple. It's so simple to just look and keep scrolling. You don't need to notify the girl that you're looking at that you saw her picture. You don't need to notify the entire world. Like, oh yeah, hey, this guy has a girlfriend, but I always see him under so-and-so's pictures. Embarrassing. Disrespectful. Okay? It's so simple, and I feel like men just want to play stupidest all the time.
I'm on your side, right? I got to say that. I got to play the middle. I'm on your side as long as you're not doing the same thing. Now, you can't be talking like that and then going outside, dress certain ways. Don't even wear tights at the gym. Yes, I repeat, don't wear tights at the gym. Why? It's very welcoming to a man. A man sees your figure. He sees your everything. He sees everything but the inside, if you know what I mean. But yeah, as long as you're doing the same thing, I get it.
Why do modern women struggle with accountability?
Because that would mean that they have to acknowledge that they don't bring value to the table. That would mean that they have to acknowledge that all they have to offer is beauty and intimacy. And that's unfortunate.
What is a modern woman in your opinion?
A modern woman of 2024 is a woman that seeks attention and validation more than respect and authenticity. It is a woman who is entitled to whatever it is that people have around her. It is a woman that takes things for granted, is not appreciative, and kind of just has a high level of expectation with low level of give. You know, she's a taker, not a giver. So that's my opinion of a modern day woman. And I really feel like if you really sit down and understand that all you have to offer is a pretty face and yeah, the kitty, I mean, that's unfortunate. That's empty. You know?
I mean, but a lot of people are sold that the kitty is the most valuable thing of a woman too. That's probably why they're
giving it up for a meal at Checkers.
Not Checkers.
She ain't going to Checkers. She ain't even going to Cheesecake Factory. She wants Boa. She wants Steak 48. She wants Nobu. So $100 instead of 40.
Damn.
Still a lose if you ask me.
It's true, but the definition she gave was exact, because that's around somewhere around, it's a high number. That's around 70% to 80% of women. I'm not going to say all women, because You got some good ones out there, but it's so far, so few, you can barely find them.
Only a bald-headed, unattractive, undesired woman will come into somebody else's life and report it because they don't want to hear the truth. Like, it is so frustrating that we try to stop the truth from being heard. And it just takes away from the progression in our community because all women want to do is report the conversation and shut it down. And I promise y'all, I already said this before, but I really mean this. I do not believe I'm going to be going live anymore over here on TikTok. I'm going to be only, for the most part, hosting lives on my YouTube channel. So if you're not subscribed to my YouTube channel, please go subscribe. The link is in my bio because I'm over this. I'm over these women reporting. I'm over them like just getting your page banned and lives blocked. I'm over it. And they don't even want to hear because nobody's checking for them. Nobody's looking for them. No black man is even trying to touch them. And they hate it. So they want to stop you from speaking the truth for other women to get it. Like, it's so frustrating. But you know what? It's okay. It's okay. It's okay. So again, go to YouTube, search Just a Girl Talk, or click the link in my bio and subscribe to my channel so we can be having our lives over there, because over here, I can't. I cannot.
I'm sure she goes through hell on TikTok. Man, TikTok pages get banned all the time for the smallest things. And a lot of it is for telling the truth. Like, say if you stitch someone's content and then tell the truth, it gets taken down. And I'm sure I don't even see her doing that no more. I don't know how some of these ladies get away with it because all the time they're doing it, have no problem. But I get it, you know, and the only way it's going to change is if they listen and take in what they're saying, what she's saying, also what we're saying, but more so for a woman like her because she's one of their peers. If you can't take it from one of your peers, if you can't take it from an elder, because I'm sure some of the parents are talking to, there's no hope. And really, there's no hope for the future because then they don't want to hear anyone.
Question for the women. When was the last time you had a stranger ask you out on a date, like organic dating? I keep having people say to me, like, you just need to meet somebody organically. How does that happen? Because you see in movies that guys will like walk up to a woman and, oh, here's my number, you're beautiful, or are you married? That doesn't happen.
Those days are over.
When was the last time that happened to somebody? Please tell me, because I don't believe it exists. First, I thought that the problem was that I grew up in a rural area. And so I was like, okay, maybe those kinds of things that you see in the movies only happen in the city. And then I lived in San Diego and Seattle, like downtown, for a total of 8 or 9 years. Never happened there. Am I unapproachable? Like, I know, I don't think I'm ugly. I know that I'm not everybody's cup of tea, but it's just, somebody please tell me, like, does organic dating like that really exist?
Well, you should start off number one, changing your attire. It goes a long way. Presentation is everything. Right now, the way you're presenting yourself, you look like an old maid. So start with that. Then be more welcoming. Smile more. Like right now, what you're doing this video, just try it. It'll work. It'll work wonders. Guys will feel they can come talk to you or crack a joke. Hey, it opened doors, but
who's approachable.
Try smiling, try changing your attire, try also taking off those old lady earrings, try getting some contacts. You look old. I'm looking at your face right now. It looks like a bunch of gray hair in the front. It does. And you, the old lady hat, everything on you was old woman, and it doesn't look good.
Someone needs to ban me from going on dates after work, because tell me why a lovely man took me on a lovely date to a lovely restaurant, and when we sat down and he took off his lovely jumper and his shirt came with him and he said, sorry, rather than saying something nice or flirty or God forbid something remotely normal, my post 10-hour shift brain decided to say, no worries, not the first naked body I've seen today. Hadn't told him I'm a nurse yet, had I?
Will you bring this to UPS for me?
Sure.
When?
When I get a chance.
Today?
Probably not today.
Then when?
When I get a chance.
Okay, when will that be?
I don't know. Is it urgent?
Well, no, but I want to get it done.
Well, then maybe you should do it.
You just said you would do it.
And I will.
Okay, when?
Seriously? When I get a chance?
Oh, I think today.
Yeah, the way you came, disturbed him for what he was doing, it threw him off. Now, of course, he's giving you when I get a chance to get you out of his face. But you know what's funny? Right after that man was done with the show, he probably would have done it. Now he's saying he's most likely is saying when I get a chance because you're not a patient woman. He could be saying it to tick you off. It could be a lot of reasons why he's saying that. And you just showed why. You put it down in front of his face like you. And what did you say about doing that? You said a lot of words by not saying any words. You gonna take this damn box. That's what she just said. You gonna take this damn box down to UPS. What happens if he doesn't do it just to spite you? Now it's an argument. And then they bring in that happy wife, happy life. That's a fit.
Hey, excuse me, can I buy you a drink?
No, I'm not interested.
Why would you go to a bar and not want a drink?
Can you just leave me alone? I don't know you.
How is anyone supposed to get to know you if you don't let them talk to you?
I don't like your energy, so I'm not interested.
Energy? What's that supposed to mean?
It's like
it literally doesn't mean anything.
No, it's complicated.
I think you're just making this up because you think I'm ugly.
I don't think you're ugly.
Then what?
I'm just scared that if my friends see me talking to a random guy at the bar, they're gonna judge me and think I'm easy, so I don't talk to anyone.
Who cares what they think? Why even come out if you can't meet somebody? These girls don't sound like your friends. They sound like they're insecure that you're getting attention that they're not.
Really?
Yes.
That's really sweet.
If exchanges work like that, it would be wonderful, but
Not gonna happen. No, not gonna happen.
my man already was trying too hard. As soon as this fake exchange, man, that exchange was so fake. I mean, as soon as she said, I'm not interested, a guy is usually going to say, okay, no problem. Have a nice day. When they really mean, have a nice life. When they're really thinking, that's why nobody talk to you, cat lady. Right? And guys feel that way because why are you snapping at him? I know it's a skit, but they usually snap at guys that same way because they want him to try harder. And he tried harder. What happened? She opened up. But you think a man is going to talk to you? You say no 5 times in a different way. The first time you said no. The second time you said no, but maybe. No, nobody's trying to feel you out, trying to test your temperature, trying to do anything to warm you up. Guys aren't trying to do it. If you want a man, be warm. Doesn't even matter if you don't like how he looks. You don't like how he talks. You don't like that he's short. Be welcoming, at least. And maybe more men will talk to you because they'll see your aura. They'll feel it.
I'm not comfortable. In fact, I've tried really hard to be attracted to men who treat me well. It's boring. It's not only boring, but it makes me feel uncomfortable. So, okay.
This is wild. And they wonder why they can't find a man. So if you find it very hard to feel attracted to a man that treats you well, and 10% of men are getting most of the woman, who's getting most of the woman? Think about it for a second. Put your logical brain, turn your logical brain on. All of the Chads and all of the guys who are over 6 feet, who are most likely going to be jerks because they're the alphas. That's why you're going through that. That's why you're doing this. Stop living in that mode. I keep bringing it up every video. That's all you're doing. All of you. And you're doing that and what? What do you think is going to happen? I'm going to say the same thing. If you keep doing the same thing and expecting different results, you're insane. And I'm convinced most modern women these days are insane.
Oh, absolutely.
I remember the first time I met my boyfriend's family. They had a dinner at their house. And to my surprise, for dinner, they had pork chops and mac and cheese. Now, pork chops and mac and cheese is my favorite thing to eat. And I guess my boyfriend told his parents that. So we sat and ate dinner and everything was going fine. But one thing I forgot to tell my boyfriend was I'm lactose intolerant. So after that mac and cheese digested, I started to feel a lot of discomfort in my stomach. I had to let out a fart. But see, my farts are silent, so I just went ahead and let one out at the dinner table. My fart was still silent, but I guess the family heard a little pfft. Before I could apologize, my boyfriend's father looked over at their dog, Diamond. His father started yelling at the dog. He said, "Now, Diamond." I was so relieved because he blamed the fart on the dog. So everybody is still sitting at the dinner table and we're all having a good conversation. But a couple minutes later, I felt another discomfort in my stomach. I had to fart again. This time I had a big smile on my face because my boyfriend's father was just going to blame the dog anyways. So I looked around and everybody is still laughing at one of my boyfriend's jokes. And I thought this is the perfect time to let out this fart. So I sat there and I let out a long, loud fart. Now my boyfriend's father looked at the dog again and he said, "Come on now, Diamond." That mac and cheese tore my stomach up. But I thought that was my last time farting. But a few minutes passed and I had to fart again. This time I didn't even think about it. I didn't even wait. I just let it rip. Once again, my boyfriend's father looked at the dog. Then he yelled, "Diamond, get away from that lady before she you."
Oh, very ew.
Get away, Diamond, get away. Oh man, that's funny.
Would you rather be stuck in a forest with a man or a bear?
Immediate bear. You have a 1 in 2.1 million% chance of being injured by a bear. And out of the 750,000 black bears in North America, they have killed, yet around the world, at least 1 in 3 women have been beaten, coerced, or abused in their lifetime. And nearly 99% of all SA perpetrators are male. But the real cherry on top is if you told somebody you got attacked by a bear, they would believe you and nobody would ask you what you were wearing.
The fact that you just stood there recording it and didn't offer a helping hand. What the fuck were we supposed to do? Catch?
Nah, bro got a point. What the hell were we supposed to do about that? What person in their right mind is gonna go up to that damn thing and be like, I hope it don't fall. Like, what? Let's practice something called common sense. Cause some of y'all just ain't fucking.
This right here, this feminism propaganda that they all spew out is ridiculous. Same thing, and they wonder why they're so unapproachable, right? Same thing, same energy the woman had in the bar. Guys just trying to make conversation with her. Rejecting. Everything on their face, in their brain is reject men. And they don't realize it's been fed to them by others to reject men. And then they wonder, why is things so hard? Why can't I find men? This is why. Because that same woman speaking the way she's speaking, guess what? If she doesn't want woman, she still is looking for a guy. She still is probably not looking for a nice guy. She's looking for that guy who, like the other woman said, I don't even know how to take being treated nicely. So what is she doing? The same thing all of them do. Ridiculous. But all of them have mental problems. I don't want to say the R word, but they have those problems. And it's bad because a therapist can't fix that, right? They go to therapy, and what for? A therapist can't fix insanity. He or she can't. And when they go to therapists doing the same thing, they're spinning the wheels because they'll talk to them and they won't change. You do need therapy to make sure you don't drive yourself off the cliff. But still, if you're not changing and you're not taking any of the therapist's steps, and that's the thing. See, therapy is usually for them to listen to you. But I think they need a little more than therapy. They need a life coach. And I see a lot of therapists saying that now. A lot of therapists are changing their professions because they know it's needed. A life coach is needed for like 90% of these ladies.
I feel so bad for this generation of men. And the reason why I say that is I know people will come for me because they always have to come for men. But I feel like there's worse women now than there are worse men. Do you know what I mean? Like in the past, there was better quality women and then there was just men that were players. But now men actually want to get married and they want to settle down, but women are cheating. Facts. Like they're actually cheating. And what's crazy is like I know women that are cheating and they're super innocent and like their man has no idea. And it's like, it saddens me. It saddens me so much because now when I talk to men, they're super damaged by these women. And it's like, when has this ever happened in the past? Like, women are more dogs and ran through than men nowadays. Like, I just feel bad. I feel bad for men. It's like, they don't trust women anymore, and they especially don't trust good-looking women. Like, I'm screwed out here. But, I don't know. Maybe I'm wrong. Maybe it's just my perspective, but I feel bad for you guys. Let me know in the comments if that's what you experience as a man, because that's all I've been listening to. Like, these men are like, I just want to get married and find the one, but these women keep cheating on me and doing this and this, and I'm like, yeah, that's bad.
Every man has faced, maybe not every, but most. Actually, I think it's every. If they didn't just get off the stoop, I think every man has faced this. And yeah, it's bad. It shouldn't be like this. It should be more ladies being old school, or having an old school mindset, at least. Having an old school mindset, thinking marriage first. That's what we need more of. But this independent mindset, this go to college, this I don't need a man, this I'm just as strong as a man, because that's how they're all feeling inside. And it's being pushed through society. I was joking with my wife today. I said, Kay, I said, you know, when Beyonce was doing all my single ladies, I said she was about a year, or I think she was married or a year away from married, but she got married right after. And all of these women, like, I was looking at The Voice today, and I saw Gwen Stefani had a song, I'm Just a Girl. And then I'm looking at songs nowadays, Billie Eilish. Oh, don't tell us what to do with our bodies. It's being pushed to the future. So there's some guys here watching right now who their daughters are falling right into it. Be careful of what your children watch and what they listen to. Like my son one day, I said to him, because I believe in the Sabbath, right? And I said to my son one day, we were speaking about worship, and then my son said to me, God is in the sun. I said, what do you mean God is in the sun? He said, I heard that off of, and he named the cartoon channel. He named, not even a cartoon, he named the show he's watching. And I said, wow. That was a while ago, though. People become what they listen to. They become what they watch. And you see it all over television, all over music, everywhere. And it's been pushed on them. And can we change it? Most likely not. Men can't change it. As you saw today, I showed a lady who had to go to YouTube. Why? Her TikToks are being blocked because they don't want to change. Me saying what I'm saying to you guys, it's not going to work. You have some women that listen, that may watch this channel and say, yeah, I listened to this for sound logic. I like what he's saying, but for the most part, it goes in one ear and out the other. And it's sad, but it's never going to change.
I'm telling this to both young men and young women. When you're around anyone who says happy wife, happy life, get away from them. Because what they're doing is they're passing on a curse to you. You understand? Let me first ask you just a side note to it. When you guys see Steve Harvey hanging out with all these African dignitaries and over there with the Crown Prince of Dubai, do he look happy? I'm just asking you the question. Do he look happy? Go back and look at all these videos and see if Steve Harvey looked happy like he was before. Do he even look happy when he entertained? No. Steve Harvey got exactly what he wanted. I saw a pastor in Houston that did the same thing Steve Harvey did. I will never forget the enlightenment and communication and hearing Pastor I.V. Hilliard talk about, he told his wife when he came home, from now on, he gonna make money. In other words, this is what he was saying. I was making money. I was trying to make money honestly before, but now I'm gonna do whatever I gotta do to make money. And he did it. If you look at his story from that point and look what happened, he started giving deceptive information. Anything that would allow him to cultivate a relationship with money, he did it. Okay? Excuse me. It's the same thing. Excuse me. Allergies. that Steve Harvey did. He did anything he could do to make money. You have to understand, and I know this offends some people, but a man is not meant to worship a woman. A man is meant to worship God. When a man worships God, his life, his mind, and his heart is clear. Ladies, if you want to experience a love from a man that you've never experienced before, find you a man that worships God and not you. That perception of happy wife, happy life means everybody in the house could be miserable if the woman is. A woman is what? At her nature, emotional. So even though a woman logically tries to manipulate her emotions, sometimes her emotions gets the best of her. If you allow a woman to run your household, that means the lives that live in your house, then your house is not going to survive it and eventually it's going to fracture. Because think about this. The way that's set up, a woman has no responsibility but to herself. The way that it's set up. And ladies, I know y'all not built like that. See, you're being coaxed into a thought process just like people were coaxed into a religious thought process that allows you, okay, in what world can anybody do whatever they want to do and not be God? I need you to understand that. This was a Western philosophy meant to contain y'all. So when you hear Steve Harvey say the woman ain't got to do nothing, she goes, do he look happy with that woman? When is the last time you've even seen Marjorie? You don't even know if they're together or not. You got to recognize this. And from a man's perspective, you have no idea the diminishing attributes to a man that worships a woman. He essentially is a woman, okay? He essentially has no self-esteem. He doesn't believe in himself. He's always up and down. Oh, you ever notice a woman can be absolutely beautiful and struggle if she's beautiful or not? Again, how can you not know you're beautiful? Look in the mirror. Look at what everybody screams. I'm going to tell you something. A man could be ugly as hell and still believe in himself because his movement is solely based on accomplishment amongst other men, okay? So when you allow yourself to live under the understanding of happy wife, happy life, your relationship will never work.
That's so true. And men are starting to learn it. You won't be able to succeed in life unless you find it out. And more men are starting to do it. But yeah, thank y'all for watching. See you next video.